Ikaw ang pangulo para sa pagbabago. Sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na tao.
So, my point, Sec, no, I don't know kung mahaba o maikli yung answer dito. Pero if you find the ghost, yung point ka ni Senator Bram, grabe yung dami ng taong nakisama doon. But having said that, Sec, nakalagay dito sa memo nyo that the quality control should be submitted all the way up to the USEX.
Bakit nasama ka sa 15 contractors sa listahan ng Pangulo? Hindi natin pinag-uusapan yung hardware mo. Ang pinag-uusapan natin, flood control projects. Tinatanong ka kanina, sabi mo, hindi ka pa nagkapag-umpisa ng flood control projects. Paano ka nagkaroon ng lisensya? Paano ka naging quadruple A? At lalong mahalaga, paano ka nasama sa 15?
Gumawa na tayo ng flood control project.
O ngayon gumawa ka na naman. Ano ba talaga yung totoo?
Nagkakalukuhan tayo dito, Sen. Ginugood time tayo ng resource person nyo na yan. Huwag nang pauwi niyan.
Baka hindi ka makauwi sa araw na ito. Nagsisinungaling ka na naman eh.
Isa ho sa top 15 na kontraktor na nasa listahan nitong si Bangag. Dumalo ho dyan sa Blue Ribbon Committee hearing sa Senado. Pero bago ho yan mga kababayan, isang like at isang subscribe. Masaya na ho tayo dyan at sa mga gusto sumali sa ating community, yung join button, nandyan lang ho sa baba. Wala ho tayong maraming pag-uusapan dito sa video na to. Magfo-focus lang ho tayo dito sa pagtatanong ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta dito sa isa sa top 15 kontraktor na gumagawa ng flood control sa ating bansa. Nakita nyo ho mga kababayan, sasabunin itong si Senator Rodante Marcoleta dito sa video na to. 959,000 subscriber na ho tayo. Konting push na lang, magna 960 na ho. Maraming salamat mga kababayan. Paabutin na ho ng 960 dito sa video na to. Hayun na nga, rekta na ho tayo dito kay Senator Rodante Marcoleta.
Sabi mo kanina, hindi pa nag-umpisa yung QM Builders as a contractor?
Nako.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Hindi ka pa nakagawa ng project?
Hindi pa kasi yung nag-asawa ko ng 1991, nag-upisa kami sa hardware. Yung maliliit na hardware, nagtitinta lang bambo, mga ganun eh. Mga
Bakit nasama ka sa 15 contractors
Nako.
sa listahan ng Pangulo? Kanina tinatanong ko, wala bang kukontra dito sa sinabi ng Pangulo na 545 billion worth of flood control projects ay ito lang mga 15 contractors ang nakakuha, kasama ka, QM Builders. Nandiyan ka pala, bakit hindi ka kumontra? Ba't ngayon sinasabi mo, hindi ka pa nakapag...
Pasensya na, Mr. Chair, kasi medyo nahiya ako.
So sinasabi mo, mali ang Pangulo with
Yes,
respect to your company?
Yung data is mali eh. Kasi ang totoo, yung 414 projects na nakuha sa QM, totoo lang ha, is only 86 projects. Mr. Chair.
Teka muna, sabi mo hindi ka pa nakapag-umpisa eh. Ano yung sinasabi mong project?
Ano ko lang siguro, bagitin ko lang. Noong 2003, nakalisensya na kami sa pickup, only category D. Hanggang noong 2024, naging quadruple A na tayo. Pero dumaan pa kami ng single A noong 2011 hanggang nag-triple A tayo ng 2017 hanggang naging quadruple A tayo ng 2024.
Mr. Secretary, naiintindihan mo ba yung sinasabi niya? Sabi mo hindi ka pa nakapag-umpisa ng project. Paano ka naging quadruple A?
Nako.
Ang ano ko lang, Mr. Che, yung sinasabi kong 1992 is hardware pa yon. Yung nakita niyo yung hardware.
Hindi natin pinag-uusapan yung hardware mo. Ang pinag-uusapan natin, flood control projects. Tinatanong ka kanina, sabi mo, hindi ka pa nagkapag-umpisa ng flood control projects. Paano ka nagkaroon ng lisensya? Paano ka naging quadruple A? At lalong mahalaga, paano ka nasama sa 15?
Gumawa na tayo ng flood control project.
O ngayon gumawa ka na naman. Ano ba talaga yung totoo?
Nagkakalukuhan tayo dito, Sen. Ginugood time tayo ng resource person nyo na yan. Huwag nang pauwi niyan.
Baka hindi ka makauwi sa araw na ito. Nagsisinungaling ka na naman eh.
Nako!
Ang sinabi ng
Brad, di nagbibiro yan.
Pangulo, kasama ka sa 15.
Tama, Mr.
Huwag
Chair.
mong mamaliitin ito. Pagkatas dito, aartihin mo kami, sasabihin mo, hindi ka pa nagumpisa ka isang hardware. May problema dito eh.
Ano na yan, history lang yung sinasabi ko, Mr. Chair.
Ano na yung totoo?
Yung totoo, may lisensya na tayo na quadruple A ngayon.
O ngayon nga, ngayon meron ka ng quadruple.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
O, ilang project ang na-execute mo na?
Marami na eh.
O kanina sinabi mo, hindi ka pa nakapag-umpisa eh. Meron akong hawak na martilyo rito, sinasabi ko sa'yo.
Mr. Chair.
Huwag kang
Pukpukin mo na, sir!
tatawa-tawa kasi hindi nakakatawa ito ah.
Correct. Hindi nakakatawa yan kasi naano dito, mga ordinaryong Pilipino ang naapektuhan dahil sa kakatakawan ng pera ng mga kontraktor ng flood control na yan. Nababaha yung mga lugar na hindi naman dapat mabaha dahil mga falsifikado o di naman ho kaya ghost project yung mga ginagawa nilang nakukuha nilang kontrata diyan sa pamahalaan ng mga kontraktor na nasa top 15 ng listahan nitong si Marcos Jr. At ang kumpanya nitong si Sher kasama ho dyan sa top 15 na
Mr. Chairman.
Dito lang nagsisinungaling ka na eh.
Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Yes,
Mukhang
Senator.
nahihirapan kasi si Mr. Kirante mag-explain. Tama ba to? Ang sabi mo kanina, hindi ka pa incorporated at ngayon incorporated ka na in 2024.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Hindi rin.
Yung incorporated, yung process pa yun, hindi pa namin na ano yun, na-approve.
So lahat ng project na ginawa mo, sole proprietor.
Yes, Your Honor.
So nakapag-project ka na.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ano yung sinasabi mong hindi ka pa nagsisimula or hindi mo pa nagagawa?
Yung incorporated, kasi hindi pa na-approve yung ano namin, hindi pa naman na-practice, hindi pa na-transfer from sole proprietorship into...
So kaklaruhin ko lang, marami ka ng project at tama na isa ka sa top 15, correct Mr. Kirante?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pero hindi ka pa incorporated.
Hindi pa.
Yun
sole
yung
pa rin.
sinasabi mong hindi ka pa incorporated.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yun yung binabanggit niya kanina, Mr. Chairman.
Malabo pa rin eh. Mr. Secretary, tumatanggap ka ng isang sole proprietorship na mag-undertake ng flood control?
Well, Mr. Chair, actually, he has the pickup license.
So, paano siya nagkaroon ng pick-up license as a contractor?
He has the a pickup license.
Paano ka nakakuha ng pick-up license,
Wala pa
Mr.
nung,
Kirante? Sole proprietorship ka lang?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Kailan mo nakakuha yan?
2003. Hanggang nag-upgrade tayo sa 2007, naging B tayo. Hanggang 2011, naging A tayo. Yung 2017, naging triple A tayo.
ano yung net financial contracting capacity mo as a sole proprietorship?
40 billion, Mr. Chair.
40 billion?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yung financial statement mo, padala mo sa amin.
Tayo na, Pilipinas. Tayo na,
Mr. Chair, if I may. Mr. Chair,
Teka muna, si Senator JB muna para matapos natin lahat.
quick lang para sa kanya.
Kanino?
Kay Randy, habang hindi pa siya umalis.
Naniniwala ka pa dyan?
Naintindihan ko, Mr. Chair, dahil tingin ko, Bisaya ito, hirap mag-express ng sarili niya in Tagalog. Kaya, I would rather advise him na uminom ka ng tubig, mag-inhale ka, relax ka, at ang pagsalita mo, huwag mo masyadong bilisin. Naintindihan kita pareho tayo Bisaya. May difficulty in expressing yourself ka. Hindi ko kinakampihan, Mr. Chair, ha?
Ang sinasabi niya, meron siyang 40 billion pesos.
40 billion.
NFCC.
40 billion ang sinasabi niya.
NFCC, Mr. Chair.
Kaya nga, 40 billion pesos.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh. Naniniwala ka, Mr. Senator?
Ano yung NFTC, Mr. Chair? Hindi ko...
Net financial contracting capacity.
Nako,
So,
meron kang ganong kalaki.
totoo, tinoon na, bay. Ha? May 40
Yes.
billion ka.
Yes.
Nakadeposito sa bangko na. Unsa man na?
Ay,
Paano?
hindi. Yung NFCC kinuha sa...
Ano yan? Yen o pesos?
Asset yan. Kasi yung NFCC, kinocompute ng times 15 yon, Mr. Chair. Halimbawa, may 1 billion ka sa bangko. Pwede ka sa 15 billion. So, halimbawa, may pera ka sa bangko na 2 billion, ibig sabihin, pwede ka sa 30 billion. Yan ang computation. Kaya tayo yung pera natin, kasama na yung mga assets, more than 2 billion. Kaya, i-multiply natin ng 15, abot ng 40 billion. Kaya kami munta at hanggang 40 billion.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Quirante, ito tinitignan. Ano yung 2015 na QM Builders Incorporated?
Ina-apply namin dyan sa SEC,
Pero
Your Honor.
2015 pa siya.
Pero hindi pa namin tinatransfer
Transfer to?
to sole proprietorship into incorporated.
Hindi, ito incorporated na ito eh. This is a corporation.
Kasi ang explanation ng bookkeeper natin, yung ano natin gahandol, yung experience from sole proprietorship, itatransfer muna sa
Hindi,
incorporated.
iba yung experience, iba yung corporate entity ha. Incorporate entity is 2015 nandyan na siya. Pero sinasabi nyo, walang nangyayari.
Wala nangyayari.
Ang
Ina-apply lang.
ginagamit nyo since noon pa ay yung inyong sole proprietor.
Yes, Your
Diyan
Honor.
pumapasok yung inyong income, in other words. Yan din ginagamit nyo pagbibid ng mga projects.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tama? Ganun ba? Ganun ba ho ang interpret? So, dalawang entity, yung sole proprietor at yung incorporation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Sabit nyo na lang ho sa amin yung mga dokumento na yan. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator JB?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, siguro ang gusto natin dito, aside from the accountability that we're looking for, ang gusto natin ma-achieve in aid of legislation. Mr. Chair, I have the second bill that I filed in this Congress is a comprehensive master plan for infrastructure development na kahit sino po ang maging presidente, when it comes to infrastructure, especially big ticket items, dapat po tuloy-tuloy. Tulad ho ng mga floodway projects, kanina nabanggit ni Secretary, it transcends different, multi-year po ito at it may transcend different administrations. No? Ang tanong ko lang, Mr. Secretary, siguro matagal na rin ho kayo na sa DPWH. Dati po, meron tayong Napindan, Channel, Manggahan Floodway, and other big flood control projects. Pero parang lately, do we have similar flood control projects of this magnitude? Yung ganito kalaki. Kasi sa tingin ko po, siguro sagutin nyo rin po ko, yung taon-taon na pinoproblema ng Central Luzon, ng Bulacan, ng Pampanga, kamakailan tayo nandito rin. Ang kailangan po talaga dito, floodways, spillways, and water impounding. So, Mr. Secretary, at present, meron ho ba tayong ganitong mga uri ng proyektong ginagawa?
Before the Secretary answers that question, let me acknowledge the presence of our senior Vice Chair of this committee, Senator Alan. You can now answer the question.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, Mr. Chair. We have similar projects of that magnitude in the other river basins, major river basins in the country, Mr. Chair, that are financed by official development assistance, Your Honor. And in these major river basins, they have a comprehensive master plan, Your Honor.
But
Kanina pa
Mr. Secretary, as we had discussed already, no matter how comprehensive these river basin master plans, until and unless you are able to coordinate with that office that we made reference to earlier, this is the River Basin Control Office, walang mangyayari dyan. Because it should have been an integrated one. Kahit na 100 river basins pa yan, with their separate and individual master plans, kailangan pong coordinated per the mandate of the law na nakalagay sa balikat ng RBCO. So sa ngayon, wag po natin munang gawing parang sagot na makapagbibigay ng kapayapaan ng loob sa ating mga kababayan. Wala pa po tayong na-accomplish in relation to an integrated master plan that will answer the continuing problem of flood ravages in this country, Mr. Secretary.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Total, pinag-usapan na rin kanina pa na master plan po dapat ay sundin. No? Pinoint out na rin po ng ating chair. Pero, Mr. Secretary, nabanggit ko kanina, 3 taon na ho tayo. Pangatlong taon na ito, kung di ako nagkakamali, na tayo nagkakaroon ng pagdinig dito tungkol po sa flooding. Paulit-ulit din po ang ating nakukuhang tanong at sitwasyon. Hindi, naalala ko na rin ating majority leader, ilang taon na ritong naglalabas ng sama ng loob dahil ang kanyang probinsya mismo ay laging lubog sa baha. Doon po sa Central Luzon, for example, Secretary, ano po ba ang kailangan gawin? What projects are needed? Yung mga big ticket items that are needed really to mitigate or to flush the floodwaters faster, no? Alam naman natin, we can fight nature. Pero sa ngayon, talagang bakit naiiwan sa Pampanga, sa Bulacan, Northern Luzon, bakit with 350 billion, dapat to may resulta na ho tayong nakikita, Mr. Secretary?
Your Honor, for Central Luzon, we are now in the process of finalizing a big project. As we pointed out in previous meetings, this is actually yung Central Luzon Pampanga River Floodway Project, Your Honor. And we are now finalizing yung detailed engineering design. This is financed by the Asian Development Bank. Because this will involve actually the construction of a 60-kilometer floodway, which is, I think, about 400 meters wide, and a retarding basin in San Antonio Swamp. No? So this is now under detailed engineering design, and we expect that this project will be completed in 2026, and the civil works will be implemented by a separate loan agreement with the Asian Development Bank. Kasi of this magnitude, Mr. Chair, this involves a lot of steps in the preparation of the entire project is estimated to cost almost about 150 billion pesos yata. So I think yung preparation of this kind of a magnitude wave project is very tedious, Your Honor.
Pero Mr. Secretary, narinig na rin ho natin yan 3 years ago. I am glad kung talagang nagsimula na at kung 150 billion lang yan binabanggit nyo, kalahati lang ho yan ng taon-taong budget. Kayang-kayang gawin kung talagang gagawin, no? Gugustuhin. Ang tanong ko lang po, kung yan po...
Hindi lang yun gagawin kung gugustuhin. Meron tayong pondo. Naglalabas ng pera ang sambayanan para magawa yung mga ganyang klaseng proyekto. Ang problema dito, labas tayo ng labas, ang daming sinasabi ni Bunoan, pero lubog pa rin. Yun ang problema natin. Kahit, ganito lang. To make the story short, pero hindi pa natin tatapusin ang ating video. Kahit na ano pang paliwanag dito, nitong si Manuel Bunoan, wala hong kaakibat na dahilan na diyan sa nararanasang baha ng ating mga kababayan. Wala kang katuwiran dito sa isa na to. Una sa lahat, mula nung umupo yung amo mong bangag, hindi lang daw 5,500 yan. Mula nung 2022 hanggang ngayong 2025, mahigit 9,000 mahigit. Yung flood control project na inaward sa iba't ibang mga kontraktor na kung saan di umano konektado sa mga congressman. Di ba naman kayo mabubuwisit dyan?
Po ay parte ng master plan. Siguro yes or no lang ho. Nasusunod ba talaga yung master plan ng ating sa kasalukuyan? Or is it that with the very large budget of the for flood control, hindi ko kaya, dahil po pinoint out kanina ating chairman, obviously dapat common sense dictates na dapat yung flood prone provinces nandun ang concentration ng flood control projects. Hindi ho kaya yung pong mga district offices would want a pie of that 350 billion a year master plan, flood control projects. Kasi po sa nakikita ko, doon lang po sa may mismatch doon sa concentration ng flood control projects, iba-iba. Ang mangyayari po niyan, hindi ho talaga natin matutuloy yung mga malalaking proyekto na kailangan natin. Like you mentioned, natuwa po ako, narinig ko, may floodway na tayong 60 kilometers. Spillways, water impounding, and ito mga pumping stations in strategic areas. Di ho ba ito dapat ang ating ginagawa para mawala ang tubig? Pero yung po mga district offices kaya hindi ba factor ito na kaya hindi ba tuloy-tuloy ito malalaking proyekto?
Separate po kasi, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman. Separate kasi yung pag-prepare ng mga Official Development Assistance Program in the 18 major river basins. So, iba po ito. Now, for the local, yung mga other projects, flood control projects, na on a district or legislative level, Mr. Chair, these are actually prioritized at that level. And however, ang kwan po natin dito, all these projects should have undergone some preparatory works actually na dumadaan po dito sa Provincial Development Council, dumadaan po sa Regional Development Council in order for them to prioritize all these projects, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Secretary, sorry to cut you, pero sabi ko nga, aside from the accountability, gusto natin in aid of legislation, I'm pushing for the comprehensive master plan for infra development, that which would include flood mitigation projects.
Yes.
Na sana, pag national project, national in nature, hindi dapat pakikialaman ng district level. Kasi alam nyo, naging congressman Bibo ako noon.
Apo.
Nung panahon na yon, Mr. Chair, nasa kongreso, ang pwede lang namin pakialaman yung pong mga barangay roads, municipal roads, when it is classified as a national project. Dati po hands off kami doon. Nagtataka lang ho ako ngayon, bakit pati ang national projects minsan ngayon, mukhang napapakialaman na. Mr. Secretary.
Well, this is the reality of how the budget is being formulated at this point in time, Your Honor. I think we submitted to, as I said, the entire budget is under the scrutiny of Congress, Your Honor, at the end of the day. So whatever will come out of in the law, in the General Appropriations Act, would be the projects that we implement, Your Honor.
Well, I empathize with you, Mr. Secretary. Hindi lang naman ho kayo. Kaya ho kayo tinatanong because we would want to we would want to correct some mistakes of the past na nasa tama na tayo. Because of our political system, yung po mga infra projects natin, for example, railway, other big-ticket items, hindi natutuloy kasi nga bawat presidente, bawat administrasyon may sariling programa. So itong flood control programs din, dapat dams, floodways, lahat po, long-term po ito. That's why I'd want to get your inputs on how we will be able to draft the comprehensive master plan na kasama po ito, na hindi na ho mangyayari ito, na hindi na po mapapakailan. Mr. Secretary, siguro ito na lang ho, ito might be parochial in nature. Alam niyo naman siguro, 3 taon na tayo nag-uusap pa budget. Meron lang kong example, yung po sa San Juan, yung hiniling ko sa inyo na flood, yung pumping station na kinulit-kulit ko. Ito, tatay, gaya sinabi ni Sen. Mermig Subirit, hindi ho masama ang insertion or congressional interference o kung ito po itatayuan ho natin, kung makakabuti. Ito po nangyari to, Barangay San Perfecto, Mr. Secretary. Hanggang ngayon po ito, nung mayor po ako at nag-congressman, nakapaglagay na tayo ng about 6 pumping station. Hanggang nung naging senador po ako, nakakuha tayo ng isa o dalawa pa. Ito po, last 3 or 4 budgets na hinihiling natin. Kaya lang po, because of political reasons, sabi kasi na mayor doon, basta galing sa aming proyekto, hindi pa papasukin. Pero Mr. Secretary, ang kawaho dito, hindi ho ako, hindi ho ikaw, hindi po yung mga nasa morang nakaupo. Ang kawawa, yung mga kababayan namin. Yung pong pumping station, Mr. Chair, ilang beses namin sinabi, sabi naman ng Secretary, alam niyang kailangan, pero hindi, susulat po yung congressman namin, dati, si Rolly Zamora, tapos ngayon yung anak po niya, may errata po. Yung pumping station, mapapalitan po ng flood mitigation structures, mapapalitan ng drainage improvement, at iba pang mga bagay na hindi makakatanggal ng baha. Mr. Chair, kaya ako po ito nilalabas. If this happens in San Juan, na yung pong dapat na proyektong makakapagtanggal ng baha, mapapalitan, pag po may nanghimasok ang distrito, it might be happening also elsewhere. Kaya hindi ho talaga mawawala ang baha. Yun lang, Mr. Secretary, sana po, ito kawawa dito, hindi naman kami. Yung mga ari-arian ng mga kababayan natin, no? Sa Barangay San Perfecto, and sa ibang lugar din sa buong Pilipinas. Kung ito yung nangyayari sa amin, maaaring mangyari din sa ibang lugar na hindi natin maiayos ang pagtanggal sa baha kung hindi natin bibigyan prioridad yung pong mga malalaking proyekto tulad ng mga floodways, spillways at iba pa. Kung ito'y pagpapati-patihan, Mr. Chair, talagang patsi-patsi po ito. Sabi ko nga kanina, tubig. Pag po bumuhos ang ulan, hahanap at hahanap po yan ng malulusutan. Kung hindi po buo, yung kanina pong mga bininggit nyo, talagang hindi po natin masosolve. Yun lang, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Alam mo, Senator JB, kaya hindi masolve yung problema mo sa San Juan. Ito yung, Mr. Secretary, ito yung Toktokan Interceptor Phase 3. Ito yung manggagaling sa Talayan Floodgate to San Juan River. Ang problema, yung Phase 1 at saka Phase 2, tapos na eh. Hindi kailanman magkakaroon ng kabuluhan itong Phase 1 and Phase 2 hanggang hindi mo nakukomplete yung Phase 3. Ang Phase 3 is about 300 million. So wala. Kahit nakompleto mo yung Phase 1 and Phase 2, walang mangyayari sapagkat wala yung Phase 3. Bakit ganito yung... Kaya hindi talaga mariresolve ang problema mo, Senator JB, hanggang hindi nakukomplete yung Phase 3. Bakit hindi po niyo pagtunan ng pansin? Ito pa, Mr. Secretary, meron kayong interceptor project dito sa Antipolo na kung saan doon ako nakatira sa village namin. Kapag yung ulan talaga pa, naging 30 minutes to 1 hour, tuloy-tuloy. Nako. Hindi na ako makakalabas ng village, Mr. Secretary. Ganito yung ginawa ninyo eh. Yung project involves the interconnection of water tributaries in La Colina and Mayamot areas in the city of Antipolo. Kinukolekta yan para lamang padaanin do sa Munting Dilaw, traversing creeks in 24 villages in Cainta, Imelda Avenue, tsaka Marcos Highway. Anong klaseng, hindi ko maintindihan ang logic nitong interceptor na ito. Yun pong MacArthur Highway, malapit lang sa Marikina River. Isang medyo malaki-laking, ano tawag doon? Malaki-laking pipes ang ilagay nyo para lahat ng ulan na yon madrain natin sa Marikina River. It's only about 1 kilometer. Bakit kinakailangan lubugin na kami ng lubugin 24 villages in Cainta? Nang dahil sa interceptor project na ito ng DPWH. Ganito po lahat ang nangyayari. Mamaya na po yung sa akin, Senator Bam.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary,
Si Bambini na to, wag yan. Bida-bidahan niya, wala namang kwenta si Bambini. Lipat po tayo kay Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Ayun, tanggalin nun natin to si Bambini. Wala namang kwenta mga tanong nito eh. Wala to. Anak ng tao ka, Bambini. Alis ka dyan. Wala kang ano dyan. Wala kang bilang dyan.
Just on your
Yes,
point,
go ahead,
may
sir.
I? But may I also ask permission for Secretary Mina? I think they started the deliberation in the House yesterday and she has tons of meetings today. If there are no questions for her, Mr. Chairman, I hope you will allow her to leave already.
Yes?
My-
Provided you will come back. Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, thank you. With your permission, Senator Bam, Mr. Chairman, just one point on that. Sec, when we discussed yung tulay na bumaksak, Wala masyadong nag-pick up siguro dahil kasagsagan ng eleksyon, maraming issues. But the Blue Ribbon Committee did have several hearings. I ask you two things, no? Bakit mukhang exempted ang DPWH sa preventive suspension? Alam niyo po, si Senator Miriam Defensor, nilabanan niya yun dito because she was preventively suspended. Then she became senator. But ang argument niya is that I cannot cover kasi wala na ako dun sa opisina na yon. But I heard kanina na walang na preventive suspension. So in connection sa tanong ni Senator Bam, kung meron nagtatakip sa ghost, wala pa tayo dun sa iba, sa ghost, pero hindi siya preventively suspended, then he or she will have time. Second point lang, and I'll stop there because nakapila naman yung iba. Ito, sinubmit nyo sa amin DPWH protocols for ensuring the quality of safety infrastructure projects. According sa makapal na memo na to, from the central office all the way down to the DE, meron na silang quality control. So, my point, Sec, no, I don't know kung mahaba o maikli yung answer dito. Pero if you find the ghost, yung point nga ni Senator Bram, grabe yung dami ng taong nakisama doon. But having said that, Sec, nakalagay dito sa memo nyo that the quality control should be submitted all the way up to the USEC. So lahat ng completed, meron ng report ang USEC. So maybe you should submit yung report ng USEC galing sa quality control. Kasi kung nakalagay doon completed tapos ghost, edi lahat nung nag-report hanggang doon sa USEC. I'm not saying involved yung USEC. Kasi nire-report lang sa kanila. Pero lahat ng bumaba, involved sila. Kasi bakit sila magre-report na completed kung wala? So I just submit that point, Mr. Chair, no? And maybe the Secretary can give us an insight. Paano ba nagwo-work to?
Tama pa yan. I think, yes, we have instituted actually that protocol, Your Honor, that from the top, there are quality assurance units that the department would field in looking at some of the projects. Not all the projects, Your Honor, because there are thousands of projects that we implement in a year. So there is yung quality assurance units namin would go into a region and
So, assuming, Sec, na hindi lahat may quality assurance, pero reporting-wise, lahat ng completed, umaakit yan, di ba?
yes po, yes.
Oh, so, until what point ang kailangan may physical na na-verify? So, if the DE reports that it's finished, it's a district engineer project, or the regional office says kompleto to, pag nag-report siya sa ASEC, titignan ba nung ASEC yun, or he'll take the regional directors? I think yun yung gusto namin maklarify para alam namin kung sino ipatatawag namin.
Yes. Meron po yung quality assurance unit in all levels, Your Honor. Meron sa district office, meron din sa regional office, and meron din sa national level, Your Honor. So the national level will not be able to cover everything. So we just the quality assurance units, if the project is being implemented by the district, then the quality assurance unit of the district will be the one to make the report. If it is going to be implemented by the region.
Presidente na nagsabi at kayo na nagsabing mukhang may ghost.
Opo.
But it's been 3 weeks since the SONA.
Yes.
All you have to do naman is tell them nasan yung report na tapos kunan nyo ng picture.
Yes.
Hindi ba nung years ago, because nangyari na to, may requirement na kayo na 0%, 50%, 100% kinukunan yon?
Yes po.
O tinanggal nyo ba yung requirement na yon?
I don't know kung I think
Paki-check nyo yun. Kasi
Yes, po.
nung nagka-cellphone, Mr. Chairman, maraming nagsuggest na nun na instead na habol pa tayo ng habol, bago ma-start yung project, kasi may mga project, Sec, di ba, na gawa na or 10 years nandun, sasabihin new, tapos gawa na pala yung pundasyon, di ba? So, kinukunan yung 0%.
yes.
And then, pag 50% na, at what point pwede ka maningil ng progress billing? 25%? 50%? Di ba may mobilization? Ano yung susunod na pwede kang humingi?
After 15, yeah.
After
20%.
Oh, hindi naman pwedeng walang documentation yung 20% na yun, di ba?
Meron po.
Oh, so kasi pagka ghost ni 20% wala.
Yeah.
So dapat may picture man lang 'yon. So I'm just pointing out, Mr. Chairman, I'll stop there, na may paper trail at meron technology to deal with that. So kung tinanggal 'yon, alam na natin na may binabalak.
May binabalak.
Thank you.
May binabala ko, balik kay Mama Aquino na siyempre tatanggalin natin ulit kasi yan si Bambini, puro forma lang yan. Punta na tayo kay Senator Joel Villanueva. Ayan, dito na tayo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Salamat.
Thank you, Senator Bam. Before I call on the majority leader, Mr. Secretary, you promised earlier that your office will be conducting investigation to establish the initial observations of the President as well as the initial concerns expressed by this committee. I will suggest that you should involve this committee in your investigation. We will be happy to deputize a staff from the Blue Ribbon in undertaking the investigation. Ganito lang kasimple. Halimbawa, yun po binisita ng ating Pangulo sa Kalumpit. Nakita niya yung embankment kagad. Yung tingin pa lamang niya talagang lusaw na yung embankment kasi wala namang slope kasi. Nagkalasog-lasog na pati yung apron. Walang apron kasi nagkahiwa-hiwala yung mga seat pile. Ang contractor dito is St. Timothy. Yung dating director ninyo, district engineer, Henry Alcantara, was suddenly transferred as assistant regional director sa Region 4A. Kailangan siguro magkaroon tayo ng explanation bakit mabilisan siyang inalis. Ano po? Tapos, siguro, dito sa mga ghost na ito, mahirapan kayo talaga dahil multo ito Mahirap hanapin ang multo, Mr. Secretary. Siguro, isa sa mga sasuggest namin, itong mga contractors na multo ang kanilang mga projects, mag-umpisa sila sa sementeryo. Ito na lang ang paggawa mo sa kanila, perfect yun kasi multo lahat naman ang kanilang projects.
Punta kayo sa sementeryo, maraming multo doon.
Majority Leader?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Secretary, magandang hapon po. Let me start by commenting right away dun sa tinanong kanina ni Senator JV, Secretary.
Majority Leader, we need to wind up at about
Yes,
2:15.
Yes, I will be brief, Mr. Chairman, because unfortunately, Mr. Chairman, this has been my third year hearing here in the Senate. And I have yet to hear a new thing from the department, even from this August chamber. Kaya talagang nagsasawa na po ako. For example, Mr. Chairman, if I may just show this video clip. Can we just show this video clip, please?
Ayan,
Yung nagsabi, we might be able to start this year. And that was last year, Mr. Secretary. Now it's still in the feasibility stage, although parang nasa latter part na po. Tama po ba yun? So siguro tatanungin ko po ulit yung the same question I asked last year. Kailan ho kaya ito posible na mag-start po, Secretary? Yung totoo pong start. Kailangan ko po bang define yung start? Siguro alam natin yung
The
start.
detail engineering design, I understand, and the timeline, Your Honor, will take another year. Because this is a big project.
Yes, another year. So,
Another year.
2025. Ang actual construction, mga
2027.
2027 na yung actual construction.
Civil works po.
Kasi kayo, Secretary, last year, we will probably start next year.
The Central Luzon Pampanga River Floodway and San Antonio River, San Antonio Swamp Ring Dike, Your Honor. This will be the major project that will actually we think will be able to contribute significantly to address the flooding problems in Bulacan and Pampanga. So you have the timeline here when we will start. By next year po siguro we are hoping that we can start this project. This will be the major project in Central Luzon po.
Mr. Chairman, yung video pong pinakita was last year at dun sa video na pinakita ulit, that was last year. And then ngayon, ini-excite na naman tayo na may mangyayari na. First question is this really an integrated master plan, Secretary? I mean, siguro you can feel my emotions here, Mr. Secretary, if this is the third year na pinag-uusapan natin to, yung frustration po natin. And unfortunately, yung mga contractor, some politicians, they're also using this against me. Daming nagkalat na fake news, daming nagkalat na manufactured news na ako daw yung involved dito. For the past 3 years, inuupakan ko rito, lahat ng senador dito nagsasalita na. And yet, ngayon sa akin ho binabalik. Kaya itong mga contractors na to at itong mga to, iisa-isahin ko po ito in this hearing. Iisa-isahin ko po. And I swear to God, iisa-isahin ko po ito dahil
Nako, galit na si Senator.
nakakainit po ng ulo. Secretary, siguro yun lang yung tanong ko.
Galit na si Senator.
2 years ago, sabi niyo next year, and then last year, this year, and then this time, parang 2027. Ano na po yung talagang status?
Bakit parang hindi tinutukan ng mainstream media itong balita na to? Anong nangyari? Anong nangyari, mainstream? Kung Tricom lang to, ang dami nyo ng splice video. Wala pa akong nakikita splice video, ha? Wala pa akong nakikita mga postcard.
Nito, at ito ba talagang, as you mentioned 2 years ago, this will be a major breakthrough that will address the problem of flooding in Central Luzon, especially in the province of Bulacan and Pampanga.
Your Honor, yes, the preparation for this project is already under ADB Loan 4424. It's actually the Preparation Innovation Facility. This is now for the preparation of the project from feasibility study to detail engineering design, Your Honor. So the detail engineering design will be completed by the 2026. The entire stretch.
2026 construction might, or are you sure it will start on by 2027?
Yes.
And this is, again, you stand by your word, major program that will address flooding in Central Luzon.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Thank you, Secretary. Now, how does feasibility study works? Again, remember, Mr. Chairman, first term ko po dito sa Senado, 2016, I already mentioned this problem of flooding in the town, for example, of Hagonoy. And the DPWH told me that they cannot do it because they have to have feasibility study, etc. In fact, I funded the feasibility study. Nandito pa si RD Tolentino, if I recall. The name of the guy is Gatan, if I'm not mistaken. I met with him several times. Pinondohan po yung feasibility study. Sabi, hindi pwedeng gawin ng 1 year. Kailangan 2 years. After 2 years, nagawa yung feasibility study, Mr. Chairman, hindi rin po in-implement. So, how does this feasibility study works, Mr. Chairman? Secretary, lahat po yung binanggit ni Presidente na 15 contractors at yung mga nakatakot-takot na proyekto, I'm sure, dahil sasama din ang loob ko pag sinabing walang feasibility study, lahat po yan may feasibility study. Is that correct, Your Honor?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, I don't think so. Many of these projects that have been implemented over the years did not have any feasibility study. It's just a priority projects that have been included into the program.
Wow, that's more frustrating and that's more depressing, Mr. Chairman. Because I myself, as a member of this institution, been asking for help with the department, and I never considered myself as an expert in flooding. I never considered myself as someone who knows what to do in addressing this problem. That's why we consult, we ask for experts. And now you're saying wala palang feasibility study itong mga projects na ito na bilyong-bilyong halaga na ginagastosan ng ating pamahalaan. Itong 4 na taon from 2023, 1.07 billion per day ang budget ng DPWH. 2024, 1.34 billion pesos a day ang budget ng DPWH. 2025 this year, 1.37 billion pesos budget a day. Again, DPWH. And now in the coming 2026 NEP, 1.08 billion pesos budget a day. And then you're gonna say, Mr. Secretary, wala pong feasibility study, and Huwag kayong magulat kung ghost project yung makukuha natin dito. Is that correct, Your Honor?
As I pointed out, Mr. Chair,
Mag-resign ka na, Bunuan.
may mga feasibility
Kapal ng
studies
mukha
of
mo.
these big projects that in the major river basins, Your Honor. But for local projects that would cost, let's say, 50 million, 100 million, the only thing that we require is actually
Kapal ng mukha mo,
yung,
Bunuan.
project impact analysis, Your Honor.
Sige po,
Project
Secretary.
impact analysis.
I will wind up na doon and siguro next time pag-usapan ho natin yung feasibility study. Let's go one by one. Nandito po ba, Mr. Chairman, yung MG Samidan?
Ano ho yun ha? Kabalbalan ho yun. Magpapagawa ka ng proyekto, 50 million, 100 million. Ano lang, yung effect lang, yung impact lang ng project impact lang. Oo, okay, pabababahin natin yung tubig dito sa lugar na to. Yun ang impact nun. Project impact niya yun. O saan mapupunta yung tubig? Pero kung merong feasibility studies, okay, ganito ang mangyayari dyan, mga bata. Makinig kayo. Magpa-flood control tayo dito sa barangay Batong Bakal. O kasunod na barangay yan, yung barangay San Andres Bukid. O ang feasibility study natin, pagka pinatuyo natin tong barangay Batong Bakal, lulubog yung barangay San Andres Bukid. Ganon yung feasibility studies. Yung mga maaapektuhan kung saan pupunta ang tubig, nandun, detalyado. Pero yung project impact lang, wala silang pakialam dun sa mga karating barangay, karating lugar, kung ano mangyayari doon. Nakuha nyo ba mga kababayan? Kahit di natin naiintindihan yung buwisit na project effect, ano pa ba, worth itself na yun eh. Diba, feasibility studies, ano yan, ika nga, general yan, ika nga, di ba? Talagang malalim na pag-aaral ang ginugugol dyan. Kasi pinupondohan din ho ng bilyon-bilyon niya yung feasibility studies. Ngayon, kung maliit ang proyekto, siguro milyon. Kasi pag-aaralan ho niya mga eksperto ang ano dyan. Mga eksperto talagang titimon dyan. Pero dito, iba ho. Project impact lang. 100 million, 50 million. Anak ng toka. Sarap pala magkaroon ng project impact. Ako, for example, okay, ayusin natin yung mga drainage. Pero wala naman lalabasan yung tubig. Ayusin lang natin para meron lang dadaanan yung tubig ulan. Pero yung pupuntahan, wala na tayong pakialam. Project impact. Buisit na yan.
Oo. Gusto lang natin malaman, Mr. Chairman, yung vetting process ng DPWH tungkol dito. No?
Nakakalungkot.
Kasi itong MG Samidan, several contracts nila have identical prices. Example, 96.5 million. We wanted to find out, were these projects subjected to a detailed cost analysis, Mr. Secretary, to ensure yung price, a fair pricing nito? Kasi ho, tinignan ko po itong records, ito pong MG Samidan has 7 projects pegged at the same contract price. 96.5 million lahat ng projects, say. And this is located in different provinces. Abra, Benguet, and Mountain Province. Hindi ho ba red flag na po ito, Secretary?
Well, we'll soon find out actually, Mr. Chair, but I think for that purpose,
Resign ka na. Napaka-inutil mong sekretary.
I think ang kwan po nito, if it's the same type of project
Parang ang
that
amo
is
mo,
being
puro kayo
implemented in several areas, they might. It's likely that they could have actually similar budgetary.
Mukha ng flood control sa ating bansa. Mukha ng mga ghost project. I mean, ikaw ang Department of ang tawag dito, DPWH. ikaw ang mukha niyan eh. Ngayon, sinasabi maraming mga ghost project dyan sa ano na yan, yung mga ino-honor sa mga kontraktor. Tapos wala kang ginagawa. Ngayon ka palang mag-aaral, anak ng tokwa. Kung ako talaga presidente, hindi na kita sasama sa site inspection, baka imudbud ko na lang pagmumukha mo doon. Diba? Ako presidente, DPWH secretary kita, sasama ka sa akin, kukunin ko yung isang bato, iungudgud ko mukha mo dyan. Tignan mo, walang bakal, oh. Anong ginagawa mo bilang sekretary ng DPWH?
Or the project cost could be.
I will leave it at that. I'm sure may ginagawa ho kayong report. We'll look into this. I will be looking into this. Mr. Secretary, dito rin po, MG Samidan, yung competitive bidding nila, no? Sabi ho ng COA, COA has previously flagged the Abra DEO in its 2023 annual audit. I'm sure we have representatives of COA here. Nakalagay po dun sa report nila, no public bidding was conducted by the agency for the procurement of its goods due to splitting of its procurement into different portions, dates, as a result of insufficient planning and poor implementation of programs and activities. This is 2023, Secretary. Finlag na po ng COA, 2023, 2025 na po ngayon. And gusto lang natin malaman, ano yung justification, bakit na-bypass yung competitive bidding?
Your Honor, I promise that I will look into this. Actually, kasi this is my first time actually.
Anak na ito, kung nagpunta ka dyan, wala kang ginawa. Hindi mo pumasok ka sa eskwela, binigyan na kayo ng pointers, di ka pa rin nag-aral. Inutil ka talaga, Brad.
Yes.
Lang
Thank you,
yan, ha?
Secretary. And just to expedite
Baka
the process,
inutil mo.
at, alam ko marami ho tayong gagawin, busy ho tayo, maraming mga senators who wanted to ask. Puntahan ko naman yung legacy construction. I don't know if legacy construction is here. Sabi po nung Government Procurement Policy Board, ang rating po sa kanila ay poor and unsatisfactory. Yung performance po nila dun sa summary report, dun sa legacy construction. Pero sila po ang among top 10 contractors. Now in 2022-2025, it is not just one of the top, Mr. Chairman, but the number one contractor despite having projects that were poor and unsatisfactory. So, why is this contractor being favored? Hindi ko ba kasama itong comment ng GPPB, ng Government Procurement Policy Board, that if you look at their summary performance report, ang description ay poor and unsatisfactory. Mr. Secretary.
We'll try to find out what year was this company rated for, Your Honor, because
2022 po, Mr. Chair. 2022 to 25,
2022.
yes.
The process of this, Mr. Chair, as I learned, is actually that you have to, if you are rated poor, and if you have not corrected actually the project that has been rated poor within a certain period of time, then you have to be blacklisted. But if you were able actually to correct actually what the deficiency of the project that was rated poor, and then I think that would erase actually your mark.
Siguro, Mr. Secretary, if that is the case na correct, perhaps yung GPPB sa kanilang website, masabi din na nakakorek,
Dapat,
di ba? Kasi ho, kung hindi, mag-iisip po talaga yung taong bayan. Now that the President wanted us to be engaged and the public to be engaged. Secretary, last question ko na, Mr. Chairman. Ayokong magpaligoy-ligoy pa, and kanina binabanggit po natin yung mga black operations against those who are fighting for what is right in this particular case. This is a flood control program, and I have shown you I still have a lot of video clips here since 3 years ago that we started looking into this problem in the flood control program, especially in my beloved province. Gusto ko kayong categorically tanungin kasi hindi na ho ako mahihiya, Secretary Bonoan, nandito po ang RD ng Region 3, RD Tolentino. Categorically, may I ask if there was one time in my life, not even when I was a congressman, ito na lang naging senador po ako, naglabi po ba ako sa inyo ng kahit na ano o kahit isang flood control project, contractor, etc. in my public service career? Meron po ba na nilapit? Meron po ba na nagsabi ako sa inyo, ito dapat ang gawin at ako'y eksperto? Pwede niyo po bang sabihin lang? Just for the record.
Well, for the record, Your Honor, I don't recall anything that came from you to propose any flood control project.
RD Tolentino, just to put on record.
Same as Secretary said.
Thank you. And I just want to put this on record. Ever since we have met and we talk about flood control programs, I always ask you, Secretary, I always ask you, RD, what do we do? How can we help? And this contractors na nakita ko, in fact, mali-mali pa nga yung numero ko pala noong mga nakaraang panahon. Itong mga contractors na nasa Bulacan lahat, ni isa ho dito, wala akong kilala dito eh. Nagulat po ako dun sa lumabas na total number or figures na hawak nilang proyekto. And ngayon, may possibility pa na may ghost projects. I hope that siguro kung ibabalik yung death penalty, sana sila unahin, Senator Bato. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Secretary.
Tayo ay isang-ayon dyan. Parang maluluha na itong si Senator Joel. Hindi ho yan dahil dun sa mga aligasyon o patama sa kanya. Yan ho dahil sa dinaranas na kay paghihirap ng ating mga kababayan dahil dito sa mga falsifikadong flood control na to. So ladies, maraming salamat to sa pag-support sa Page Update. Mag-ingat ho kayo lahat. Mahal natin Pilipinas.